Well, this is the Subaru, and I'm going to go ahead and start this up for the first time. Over here is where we have the gas coming out of the gas can through some fuel pumps that I have hooked up that go to the fuel rail over here. And then over here we have a ground from the starter, and there's the power to the starting. And it goes over to here to the battery where we got positive and negatives. And what we have here is a couple of switches, and there's one switch right down here. It's upside down right now, but that's to the fuel pumps, so I can turn them on and off. There's an inline fuse, and that one there goes to the ECU. This one here is another inline fuse that goes to the electronic fuel injection system, and then this switch here turns off the computer called the ECU. And this here is the terminal where it's got it all wired in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over and bring it back onto the stand so I could go ahead and start this. What I'm going to do is go ahead and turn on the fuel pumps. Then I'll turn on the electronic computer called the ECU. That'll control the engine. And then I'm going to hit a button that's going to be the start. So first, here we go, and this here is the fuel pumps. It's going on. This here is the computer switched on, and this here is the start button. Off and just turned off the fuel pumps. Now the fuel pumps are pumping fuel to the engine, but at the same time they're also pumping excess fuel, which has to return. It'll return to the wings. And as I have it set up here, right back here is where the excess fuel is going. Now that would normally be a closed circuit where it would take up from one wing, go to the engine, and return the excess fuel the engine doesn't need back to that wing. That's why I have two tanks here. But that was a very nice start, and after a couple of rough moments with getting this going, I'm very happy with what we got now.